guys, good morning. It's almost good afternoon. I'm Courtney. We are going to get started in just a few minutes on our goal setting workshop. So, happy Wellness Wednesday. You might recognize me from upstairs or when I get to help out in the lunchroom. So, I'm very excited to get to be with y'all today. You have two documents that we're going to work with. So, one is the SMART goals sheet, and then there's one other piece of paper. So get those two things ready. We'll get started in just a few minutes. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can, if you'll do me a favor and just say hello in the comments so that I know that you're there, that'll be great. All right, guys, if you're just joining us, if you can drop something in the comments so that I know you're here. We still have a few more minutes to kick off this goal setting workshop on Wellness Wednesday. If you're just joining us, you can drop something in the comments so that I know you're here. We still have a few more minutes to kick off this goal setting workshop on Wellness Wednesday. All right, guys, 12 o'clock exactly. Have we been starting on time? That's not always my strong suit, but I did not want to be late for y'all. So if you're on, go ahead and send me a comment. Who is going to be the first person to jump on? All right, guys, 12:01. Go ahead and jump in the comments There is going to be a little bit of interaction on this Wednesday. So all right, guys, if you're just tuning in, I think I figured out what was going on. I had to be approved first. So I have been approved. So we can kick off this class in just a little bit. Hi, Katie. Oh, I hope you're so good. Say hi to your mama for me. Hi, Trevon. Oh, this is so fun. All right, y'all. Hi, Olivia. Guys, I could do this all day. I could just like look at who's jumping on and not actually teach you anything. Just kidding. I'll teach you something, I promise. How is it sounding? Can somebody comment? Hi, Elaine. Are we sounding good? Guys, I'm going to let you, hi, Jeffrey. I'm going to let you start to fill in. Hi, David K. Oh, I miss all my friends. This is so exciting. Good, 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 good. Sound is good. Okay, I'm going to give it a few minutes. Before anybody got on, I was saying that starting on time for things is not really my strength. Hi, Tim. I miss you too. Oh my gosh, y'all are so sweet. Hi, David H. I don't know if y'all watched this show, but when I was growing up, there was a show called not Reading Rainbow, Romper Room. And I was on it, which is crazy and a story for another time. But I was on this show called Romper Room. And at the end of the show, they would hold up a mirror and they would say your name if your parents wrote in that it was like your birthday or something. And my brother and I would just sit there and wait for our names to be called. Hi, Nicole. Tim, I know I was talking to your dad and he said you are still killing it. So motivational. Hi, Ryan. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is so fun. So we have to get to business. Hi, Thomas. Hi, Allie G. Hi, Patrick. Oh, this is so fun. Okay, I got to focus. Guys, we are doing a goal workshop, actually, as it were. Hi, Allison. And so you need 2 pieces of paper, 2 documents that I put in the Facebook group this morning. Hi, Lawana. If you did not get them, no big deal. You can still benefit from our time together, but this might help you stay on task, or it might help me stay on task, which is good. I think I'll give it just a few more minutes. I hope y'all have been doing good. It's been so fun to follow along with the pictures that your families are posting or you're posting. It's a beautiful day outside. So hopefully you get outside in a little bit. There's a full day of programming though. So in between the programming today, good, Jeffrey, y'all can get outside because it's so nice. So I have thoroughly enjoyed getting to say hello to all of you. But if I'm a new face to you, that's okay. I'm not an instructor. My name is Courtney. I work upstairs in that beloved building of ours, and I'm on the resource development team. And so I get to go out, is the most appropriate way to say it. I get to go out and tell people in our community about how amazing you guys are and all of the things, hi Louisa, all of the things that you are accomplishing at MP, whether it's your workouts or your job training, all of that. I get to share all of that good news and make new friends for the organization, and just make sure that people know that the hipsters are alive and well and are accomplishing big goals. And so that's part of what we're going to talk about today. Hi, Sarah O. You know what's really fun too is watching you guys get excited to see who else is in this group. So or this class. It's really fun to see what you guys are doing on e-learning. Because my kids, some of you know that I have two little ones. Hi, Jared. I have two little ones, a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old. So that's second grade and kindergarten. And they are, hi, Adrian. Um, Jeffrey, you're so funny. They're in kindergarten and second grade, and they have pretty full schedules as well. So I am kind of a teacher right now and kind of working for my possibilities and kind of trying to get outside and enjoy the fresh air, just like I know all of you are too, just balancing a lot of things right now. You guys are doing a great job. So I mentioned it before, but we are going to be fairly interactive today, just a little bit, okay? So make sure that you can get into your comments. Looks like we're having no problem getting into your comments, so that's good. And hi, Miss Audrey. What would we do without Facebook, friends? I know that there's a lot of things that can go wrong on Facebook, but if you're using it in a way that is safe and is positive, look at how great it can be at connecting us when we're not together. And I'll admit, y'all, I kind of know where to look for my camera on my computer, and I kind of don't. So if my eyes are off to the side, I'm paying attention. I promise. All right, let's give it 2 more minutes or so. And just a reminder, y'all, there's 2 documents. One, which I feel like y'all are pretty familiar with, but this SMART goals, and then also this one with a lot more words that we're just gonna walk through together. If you're just joining in, let me tell you where you are. It's Wellness Wednesday. My name is Courtney. I work upstairs, and we are going to be talking about SMART goals. And all of your goals are SMART. We just have a few things that we want to make sure every goal has so that we're better set up to achieve it. All right, friends, final countdown here before we get started. You might want to have a pen and paper too, but I'm not really worried about it. I think that I'm not going to give you lots of information that you can't take with you and put into practice later today. All right. All right. Looks like it is 12:10. So let's go ahead and get started. So good afternoon, formally, officially. It's Wednesday, April 15th, which makes it Wellness Wednesday. And I'm so grateful that Miss Caitlin, asked me if I would be willing to share something with y'all. So I hope that you enjoy this. This is something I go back to a lot when I think about what I would like to accomplish. So today we're going to be talking about setting short-term goals. So sometimes we can get caught up in these ideas of long-term goals and things we want to accomplish in a few years or in a few months. And honestly, guys, we are living pretty much day to day right now, right? There's so many things that are unknowns. And so I would like to empower you to think about what you can accomplish, wait for it, in 7 days. So 7 days is 1 week. And so a lot of times I have found myself in this time away from work and away from you guys, thinking about months from now and thinking about community ball and thinking about Christmas and all of these things and what's that going to look like. And I feel a little bit anxious when I do. And so I thought that this might be beneficial for all of us to talk through what are some things that we can talk about, that we can set as goals for 5-7 days kind of thing. So because it's Wellness Wednesday, we're going to focus on 3 big buckets. And so this is where you can pull up or take out this one pager that I put together for y'all. So there are 3 big buckets that I want to talk to y'all about. And so they are: 1 is move, 2 is fuel, and 3 is rest. And so these probably sound like words you've heard before. A lot of you can probably guess what I'm hinting at, but I wanted to keep them as broad as possible so that you could really think outside of just these 3 words. So move. Move is something y'all are good at. Jesse and Olivia make sure of it. And so do a lot of your other instructors. But move right now, guys, any kind of movement. Getting up and going for a walk. After you and I sit down and talk about this, just standing up, just stretching, moving your head side to side and letting your neck relax and letting your shoulders melt down away from your ears. Breathing is moving, right? As you inhale, your belly fills. As you exhale, your belly empties. So there's movement all the time. You don't have to go out and run a mile. If you want to do that, great. If you want to, y'all have been getting on your bicycles. Y'all have been walking your dogs. And right now, I wrote it in this blurb to y'all, but any movement is good movement, right? So I love that, Allie, that you're doing Just Dance or basketball. Perfect. Y'all, my kids have to move constantly. I didn't realize it. But to be honest, at MP, those of you who've come upstairs maybe have seen me, I don't have a chair. I stand up the whole day because I like to move. And it helps my mind to be clear. It helps me feel like I can just get up and go and do things. Fuel is the next big bucket. So some of the words that I like to avoid are diet or nutrition. I think at the end of the day, the food that you put in your body, the liquid that you put in your body, I want you to think about it as fuel. And it's fuel to move your body. And so that's why we eat. We eat so that we have enough energy to do what we want to do with our bodies. And so I want you to think about fuel. And of course, there is good fuel and there's not so good fuel. And it's based on how it makes you feel. So the better the food that we put in our bodies, the better we feel doing things, right? For me, if I eat really heavy food at night, I can't sleep. And so that affects how my body moves, or in this case, doesn't move. But that is also our 3rd bucket. So our 3rd bucket is rest. It is so important for you to rest your body. And I know that we want to work out and we want to accomplish our goals. And so I'm here to tell you that rest can be a goal. And it's a great goal right now because of an opportunity to get more rest. So these are 3 buckets I want you to think about. You don't have to have a goal for each of these. I'm going to show you how to do a goal for one of them. So you might have guessed it, but my bucket today is going to be rest. I like to wake up early, which is great, but it also means that I have to be disciplined to go to bed early. And that is sometimes a challenge. So we're going to talk about SMART goals. And I think that you have done this a few times, but it's always good to revisit it, right? So we're going to talk about SMART goals. So I'm going to play a little bit of a game with y'all, and this is where I need you to be interactive. So when we think about a goal, first we've got to start with that goal. So my goal today is that I'm going to set is that I want to sleep at least 8 hours for 5 out of the 7 days that I'm setting this goal. At least 8 hours, 5 out of 7 days of this goal period. Okay, so with that in mind, we're going to walk through the SMART analysis and see if my goal is SMART or not. So we're going to take out our SMART goals sheet. We're just going to walk through it, y'all. So specific is our S. What do you want to do? So I'm hoping you can see this. Yes. And I wrote it. It's very fancy. But we have 2 statements here. So using your chat feature, I want you to put number 1 or number 2. Which one is more specific? Which one says what I want to do? Is it number one, I want to sleep more? Or is it number two, I want to sleep 8 hours a night for 5 out of 7 days of the week? So you can vote one or two. Which one is more specific? I'll hold that up for a second. I think this one's pretty easy. I think you guys will nail this one. So I know there's a little bit of a delay. There it is. There it is. All right, guys. So yes, correct. This second number, I want to sleep 8 hours a night for 5 to 7 days out of the week, is much more specific and tells me what I want to do, right? Great. There's S. All right, friends. Next is M for measurable. How will you know when you've reached your goal? So here we are. Measurable. Number one or number two? Number one, I'll keep a log so I can identify habits and patterns. Or number two, I'll see how I feel when I wake up. Which one is going to help me? I know, I want to sleep 8 hours a night too, which is why we're doing this, y'all. Which one is going to help me know when I've reached my goal? So should I do it based on how I feel, or should I keep a log so I can identify habits and patterns? Just put a 1 or a 2. When you sit in silence, 15 seconds feels very, very long. All right, guys. Yes, you're right. So you want to set a goal that is measurable. So I can't really measure how I feel. I mean, I can say I feel rested, but how will that compare to tomorrow when I say I feel rested? So instead, I'm going to keep a log, which means just a piece of paper, maybe on my phone. I'm just going to say Wednesday, April 15th, I turned off the lights at 9:30 and I woke up at 6:20. And so did I sleep my 8 hours, right? Okay, so that's measurable. A is for achievable. Is it in your power to accomplish this goal? So how am I going to do that, right? So here are our 1 and 2. Achievable. 1, I will set a time for lights out and off every night, which honestly is the hardest thing to do, right? And then number 2 is I will make myself go to sleep. So which one feels more possible, more likely? Which one will get me closer to my goal if I practice it daily? All right, guys, I love that the answers are coming in. Yes, perfect. Sarah, oh, nailed it, guys. Having something that's more set in stone. So something more that is, I know that I can do it. I can even like check it off the box, you know? Yes, Jeffrey, perfect. So number 1 is going to be a better A in our SMART goal. I will set a time for lights out and phone off every night instead of I will just make myself go to sleep. Have you ever tried to make yourself go to sleep? Does it work? It usually has the opposite effect, right? Like the more you try to go to sleep, the harder it is. Moving on, you guys are doing great. Realistic. Can you realistically achieve this goal? So here we are. Realistic. 1, I will sleep 8 hours every night. Or 2, I will aim for 5 out of 7 nights, knowing some things are out of my control. So what do you guys think? Which one is more realistic? Which is a better approach to me working towards this goal, knowing that I'm not going to achieve it right out of the gate, right? Like it's going to take me some time. It's going to take my body time. I feel like I'm giving y'all the answers. Yes, perfect, Allison. Number 2 is a lot more realistic, right? 5 out of 7 nights means there's some wiggle room. Maybe, y'all, let's be real. Maybe I want to watch a show. Maybe I want to read this book that I can't put down. And I just have to get to that next chapter. And so maybe that's one of my 2 nights that I don't hit my goal. Perfect. Great, guys. Moving on to the very last letter, which is T, timely. This one's going to be the easiest. When do you want to accomplish it? So this is actually, it's easy, but it's really a good reminder. So here are your 2 options. Timely. 1, I'll start next Monday when it's a fresh new week, or I'll start today. So what do you think? Should I wait? Should I wait and just wait to hit reset and just get a nice clean start, or should I just start today? This could be a tricky one. Honestly, this could be tricky. I'm curious what you guys think. Would you just start today or would you wait? Okay, I like it. Allison says she'll start with a fresh new week. Anyone else want to weigh in about what they would do? Start today or start fresh next week? All right, guys. Cool. Well, this one is easy because you really can't get a wrong answer. Starting is starting, right? And this will just depend on your personality. Some people want to ramp up. I see that Sarah O starting today. Some people want to ramp up and they want to have time to start something new. And some people want to just go for it. And so I think either one is fine. I think at the end of the day, not like the end of today, but as a figure of speech, at the end of the day, after all of this, it's just important that you start, that you set a goal and you start, right? So we've walked through my goal and it sounds like it's a pretty smart goal. It achieves that specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So that makes it a smart goal and I feel confident to go on and do it. So the hardest part for me with goal setting is getting lost in the way, right? And getting distracted or maybe being discouraged. Maybe those first 3 nights I try to sleep for 8 hours and I'm doing all the things I say I'm going to do. I'm going to turn off my phone and I'm going to turn off the lights and I'm going to make sure that I have no distractions and I'm going to go to bed. And things happen. Maybe there's thunder and lightning that night, which, guys, that wakes me up every time. Maybe, who knows? Maybe the power goes off in the middle of the night. There's just all kinds of things that could happen. And so it'd be really easy to get discouraged and to just say, well, forget it. I'm going to throw this goal away. And, I tried and I didn't achieve it. So I'm moving on. So it's important. I want to talk to you guys about setting mini goals. Achievable things. So going back to my example of maybe those first 3 nights are just rough. And so maybe the next night I hit my 8 hours of sleep. And so I need to celebrate that little victory along the way. You want to think about your goal as a marathon or as a long trip. And when you go on a long trip, what do? You make a road stop, right? You stop at the store, you get gas, you get a snack, you go to the bathroom, you stop along the way, and that doesn't take away from the trip. It allows you to feel refreshed. The last time I went on a road trip, when you get to that road stop and you jump out and you get a bottle of water, or you just get to shake your legs out, you feel ready for the second half of the trip. And so maybe that's what you need. So let's think about how we can celebrate the small victories. So maybe because I had a great night of sleep, maybe because I did it 2 days in a row, I'm going to treat myself to a bubble bath. And I'm going to start it early enough so that I get my 8 hours of sleep. So those are the things that I want you to think about when you're setting goals, is how can I celebrate those little victories along the way? The other thing to think about is keeping your goals in sight. So I like to see my goals where I can see them. So I made this little sign. it says rest is best. It has a sleeping emoji right there. And it is it's actually a saying from a show that my kids watch, Daniel Tiger, for all of you who know Daniel Tiger. But he has a saying that's rest is best. And it's just a simple reminder for me to put up in my bathroom as I'm getting ready for bed, or in my kitchen, or anywhere where I can see it a lot. Maybe it's by my bedroom door because I'm going in and out. Maybe it's on my computer. But it's putting it somewhere where I can see it as a reminder that I have a goal. So whatever your goal is, I encourage you to put it on paper, or put it on your phone, and just put it where you can see it so that it's constantly in view, right? The things that we read are the things that stay in our mind. So let's keep it positive and let's keep those goals smart. Last but not least, and this is number 4 on your sheet, is have a support system. Y'all have people in your lives. You have each other. You have your families. You have your friends. You have your neighbors. Right now is a great time for you to say, this is my goal. And just putting it out there holds you accountable. I know that Mr. Jesse and Olivia talked to y'all about this when you are setting those personal training goals or those movement goals. For me at home, it's my husband because we go to bed at the same time. And so if I have this goal, it affects him too. And so talking to him about that, this is my goal. And that way, not only is he going to hold me accountable, but I'm going to be so much stronger at staying disciplined to my goal, knowing that I have a support system. So that's what I mean by support system, is people in your families. And I love that y'all are filling it in. If you want to put in the comments, who would make up your support system? Good for us to remember who these people are that care about us, right? And there's a lot of people that care about y'all. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments for me. I would love to see if any of you create these goal sheets that you have up in your house. I would love to see what your goals are. Remember, those big categories are move, fuel, and rest. So with anything within those 3 categories are going to be great. Oh, Louisa, I do love that. You know, your mom is going to be a great support system for you. So Thomas, that's awesome. The more, the better, right? The more people that know about your goal, the more that are going to check in with you, the more that are going to be thinking about you, maybe praying about you and your progress and your success. So keep that in mind, your support system. And then most importantly, guys, just go and do it. We're not talking about months at a time. We're talking about a short-term, smart goal. And if I know anything about y'all, it is that you are smart indeed. So if you have questions, leave them for me in the comments. Y'all, I mentioned when we first got started that you have a full day of programming. So make sure you come back online at 1 o'clock, just 30 minutes from now. Miss Summer is going to be doing folding clothes, which I might need to jump on for. We also have dealing with life change with Kyle. That's going to be live at 3 o'clock. And then one more instructor is going to be live for you. And this is awesome. A daily devotional with Drake, which has a nice ring to it. All D's, right? Daily devotional with Drake. That's going to be at 4 and is going to be a great way to end your day. So thank you so much for allowing me to be with y'all today to talk about goal setting. I miss you and I can't wait to see you soon. Take care.